Hello everyone, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and today I wanted to share with you a little box of goodies that I've been creating for a boutique that I'm participating in. It's a spring boutique, and I thought it'd be fun to do a series of videos showing you what I'm making and how to make them. This box fits a little, it's 1.5 ounces of the Cadbury Mini Eggs. We created something similar to this around Valentine's Day, but I revamped it to fit a little bit bigger of a goodie inside. I will not tell you how many pieces of cardstock I went through trying to figure out the right dimensions, but good thing that the cardstock is on sale this month with Close to My Heart, because I'm going to be needing some more. But so I'm going to share with you how I made this. It has this cute little belly band, and then you just flip it open and there's your Cadbury Mini Eggs. So you could put all kinds of different things in there. Now that I've made it bigger, there's a lot more options. The paper that I'm using today is called Meadows. It was just released. It's one of our new paper packets. This flower is actually cut from the Cricut. I do have the design space file that I will put in the description. You do need, I believe it's Close to My Heart's Flower Market cartridge to be able to cut this flower. And then on the little inside, I use some of the diamond Stickles just to, let's see if you can see that, give a little dimension and add some sparkle and shine. So, and then there's this version. So you can see that the double-sided paper, you can get different looks just by flipping it over. So let's go ahead and get started on this project. Stick them over there in our Cadbury eggs. I only picked up so many because I don't know if it's the same where you're at, but Easter candy is hard to find, especially these little packages of the Cadbury Mini Eggs. So I'm not even going to snitch one because they're so hard to find. So, all right. You will need, let me pull in my paper. So it kind of takes up basically a whole piece of cardstock because you're going to cut a sheet 8 inches by 6 3/4 inches. This is mint cardstock. And then you'll also need an 8.5 by 1 1/4 for the belly band. And then some pattern paper. So you could really just use up your scraps. This one measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. This one is 1 by 3 1/2. And then this one goes on your belly band and it is 1 by 2 1/2. So yeah, you could totally use up your scraps. So let's go ahead and score this. You can use your scoreboard or your paper trimmer with a scoring tool, whatever you have on hand. So we're going to lay it this way, is the 8 inches going this way. And I'm going to bring in my cheat sheet just so I can remember. Yes. Okay. You know, I really have messed up a lot. So I have my cheat sheet. So you're going to have your cardstock going 8 inches this way, and you are going to score at 1 1/4, 2, 4 3/4, and 5 1/2. Then you're going to switch it this way. So 6 3/4 is going this way. And you're going to score at 3/4 inches and 1 1/2. Flip it and do the same on this side. So 3/4 and 1 1/2. Okay, I think we made it. That was the hardest part, trying to figure out the dimensions to fit that cute little bag of candy. Okay, so now we're going to cut some of the cardstock off. So we're going to cut up to the second score line there and cut that off. And then the same right here to that second score line. So basically we're just leaving these two right here by themselves. It's going to be our little flap to make our box. That one's a long one. Let's trim it just a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So all the way up to that second score line. And second score line. So basically you're taking like the four corners off of this. Score line. And score line. So it looks like that. So this is going to be your top flap and your bottom flap, and then these will be your sides. So you can just go ahead and fold those up on each of the score lines. I love that this cardstock is like two-tone, so you can choose which color you want, the dark side or the light side. There is options. Okay, now grab a corner rounder, and we're going to make it nice and pretty by rounding the corners. So this bottom flap right here, we're going to just round those two. Now these two go in like this, so we want to round right here. So when you fold it in, that right there is going to be nice and rounded, just making it look nicer, I think. Come on, guy. All right, and then also this top flap, we're going to round right here. Now you don't have to round it, but I do think it looks, a little bit nicer. Okay. So now we can fold this up, and then that folds down. So I'm going to add, let's see, yep, just a little bit of adhesive right here and right here, just on the end. Then I'm actually going to come in with some liquid adhesive and just put a little dab so that runner adhesive will hold it in place while the rest of it dries. Okay, so I'm going to just line that up to make sure that it's flush, and same on the other side. Oops. Just hold it there for just a second. Give it a nice squeeze. Okay, then grab our two pieces like this. I'm going to do the egg, or you could flip it over and do the pattern. Which one do I want to do? I can't decide which one I like better. They're both cute. I think I'll do the egg again. So this one goes on the top flap, so we want to round the bottom to match, and then this will go right here, so we want to round the top to match. I'm just going to add some liquid glue, just a little bit on there. With these projects, like 3D projects, I've found that the liquid glue holds things together just a little bit better than like this runner. Even like the pattern paper, it holds better. So I've been using that more on 3D projects, because sometimes after your project sits for a minute, the pattern paper starts to come up. I don't know why, but it does. I'm just going to add that right there with that nice little edge peeking through. Okay. Now I found it's a little bit easier to do the belly band when there's some weight in here, so I'm going to add my Cadbury eggs in there. That's so cute. Okay. Let's grab your belly band. You can flip it to be a different, like the lighter side if you have the darker right here. And I'm going to kind of just set it in the center. Try to keep that closed. Stay closed. And just kind of pinch it and pinch it a little bit. Okay, so then you can go back and actually just fold it on those pinch lines to give it more of a crisp edge. Okay, so now we're going to add it to our box. So you want the front straight and then just like that. And you can do it snug or loose. I try to do a little bit snug just so it stays nice and closed. But I'm just going to add some liquid glue right here. And just hold that just for a second. And like I said, it does make it a little bit easier if you have your goodie inside, just to give it a little bit more stability. Okay, and now we can add our little decoration on the front. And I'm using the opposite side just to give it a different, I don't know, a little bit more contrast, I guess. I mean, they're very similar in color, so I don't even know if you can notice, but okay, now you can decorate it or you can leave it like that. But I thought a nice little daisy type flower on the front would be super cute, and it's fast and easy because I just cut it off out of my Cricut and set that in there, and then put that one in the center. Oh, I forgot to say, I've kind of folded these, forgot to do that part, but I kind of just folded the top layer up a little bit to give it more dimension, and then I attached it. But you can do it both ways. Look how cute that is. Just sticking up. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the center. And I cut this piece with a different pattern from the Daisy Meadows paper collection. It's actually a yellow plaid, and I thought that would be so cute for the center. And then you can leave it like that, but I was looking at it, I'm like, it just needs a little something in the center. So I grabbed my diamond Stickles, which is like my absolute favorite because it takes on any color that you put it on, and I'm just gonna like do little dabs all the way around. It will give it dimension and shine, and it's just so stinking cute. And these little bottles are just fun to have on hand, and I just it just adds a little bit to your project, and you can squish it around if you need to. But there you go. There is, did I do it offset? I think it'll be okay. There is your cute little box. Isn't that so fun? And you can slide that off, and you have your little mini eggs in there. So cute for a little gift for Easter time. And like I said, this size is a little bit bigger than what we did at Valentine's, and so you can put more inside of this one. So I will put the dimensions and the scoring and all of that fun stuff in the description of the video, so you can create your own. I hope you have a wonderful day, and watch for the next video coming up in my craft fair series. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.